Hello from Myrtle Beach. Today we are out at the Myrtle Beach State Park in a crazy winter storm. We get all kinds of questions about the weather here at Myrtle Beach, and in the winter it can be warm, it can be cold, and we can get crazy weather like this too. They're calling this a tropical storm like system that we're having, even though it doesn't have a name and it's not a tropical storm, but it came across Florida and now it is coming here. Hi, I'm Carmen. If you're new here, we cover everything Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area, and if you're a return viewer, welcome back. We are so glad to have you with us. We're going to go down here to the beach first and show you what this crazy surf looks like and the weather. You may see some rain on the camera. I'm doing my best with the umbrella that you can see in the shot because of the wind to keep it off the camera. It's hard to control in these kind of circumstances. We wanted to share this with you though. It is morning right now if you're wondering the time of day, because this storm is going to get more violent as the day goes on, and we don't want to be out when it's really dangerous. We're not thrill seekers. We don't want to take our lives into our own hands with that. The winds are expected to reach gusts of 50 miles per hour today, so it's not hurricane force winds, but it is quite windy. But the best way to see the surf is right over here by the pier. It gives you a really good idea of how violent it already is, even though the high winds are not even here yet. And hopefully you'll be able to hear me over the wind. It is quite windy now, even though the super high winds are not here. Let's hope my umbrella survives. It may or may not survive this wind. But the pier, by the way, is closed right now, not because of the weather, but for other reasons. The gift shop today is closed due to the weather. We'll go up and show you more details about that, and I'll tell you how long this pier is going to be closed. It's closed for repairs. I'm assuming they're finally fixing the very end. If you are aware, Hurricane Ian, this pier was heavily damaged, but they opened it back up except the very end. So we're assuming they're going to be working on that. All right, let's head under the pier, check out the other side. Strangely, there's not a lot of shells washed up yet, but tomorrow I bet there will be. I may have to come back and do some shell hunting tomorrow. But yeah, this is some crazy weather, and right before Christmas. Last year, right before Christmas, we had some extreme cold. So that's what I mean about how you never know what the weather is going to be like here in this season. We do have a video on the winter weather in Myrtle Beach. I will link it in the, actually it's already linked in the description below. It's in our weather videos that we have on our website. There's a playlist below that you can check out. But just look at this crazy surf. I mean, this is really nuts. And like I said, this is nothing compared to what it's going to be like later. It's going to be really bad later. We actually had to take down all of our Christmas decorations, which was sad, on the outside of the house. But we didn't want those to become projectiles. We have some that are made out of plywood and stuff, so we pulled those up. We'll put them back out tomorrow. They did say the wind would be here tomorrow morning as well. There's one lone bird that is braving this wind. He's basically almost staying in place. Here he comes towards us. One lone seagull out there. But and also you can see, look down there, you can't even hardly see. Like, it's just a haze of surf and rain. Visibility is definitely low right now on the beach. And this is looking over towards the state park. If you're not familiar with the state park, we also have a video on it. When we pulled in, we were the only people here, but now I see another car. We're also going to check out the campgrounds while we're here and see what that looks like. See how many people are braving this weather in the campgrounds. Sometimes they close the campgrounds when the weather's really bad, like for a hurricane. But I didn't see any signs about the campground being closed. I put away the umbrella, so you probably will see some rain on the lens. It's blowing hard on my back right now, so maybe not too bad. Taking a little walk along the beach. Crazy waves. I'm actually shocked we have some beach to walk on. I wasn't expecting that the way, and you know how the weather is. They always, you know, make it more dramatic, but I think we're not at high tide yet is the reason it is not so bad yet. I'm shocked we have this little strip to walk on here. I'm also surprised there's not more shells. Have you been at Myrtle Beach during a storm in the past? Let us know in the comments below and let us know how you fared. When we did not live here, we were here once when they evacuated for a hurricane, and then since we lived here, we've been through Ian, And by the time I got here, Idalia was not a hurricane, it was a tropical storm, but it actually did some pretty significant local flooding, and we even got water closer than I would like to our house. So even though it wasn't a full-blown hurricane, it was still a little scary, not wind-wise, but rain-wise. It just dumped an enormous amount of rain. I think the Myrtle Beach area got 6 inches, but some of the neighboring areas got 10 and 11 inches in a very short period of time. We're now back up at the gift shop. Not many people picnicking today. I can't imagine why. I wanted to show you a couple of signs here for those of you who do like the state park or are coming soon to the state park. You can see how empty the parking lot is today. So we got several signs here. They've got a sign about the pier being closed, and I'll show you a more detailed sign. Also though, due to the inclement weather today, the store is closed. And then also, they talk about the pier being closed, but that the store will remain open. It's December 4th through December 22nd. So if you're coming anytime soon, the fishing pier will be closed through the 22nd from today. We moved over near the campground. This is the second RV we've seen leaving, and this is early in the morning for them to be leaving, so they're getting out ahead of this storm. I don't blame them. A couple of people here, maybe, I think they're employees. We're gonna head over to the campground now. If you haven't been to the state park, like I said, we've got a video on that. I'll link it in the description below. It is a beautiful place. We highly recommend it. It's really nice. You do have to pay to get in, or you can get an annual pass if you come regularly. If you are camping, you don't have to pay to get in other than your obvious fee to camp. And they also have cabins here, and we have video on that too. So I will link all those videos in the description below. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That really helps us because it helps other people find our videos. So we are here. It is a ghost town. Like I said, we've seen a couple of RVs leaving, so they must not be officially closed yet. But we're starting to think that maybe they were told to leave by a certain time today. It's also possible people just said, hey, I don't want to be out here in this weather, and just left. I do see some RVs coming up, so as we get closer to those, we'll take a look. I definitely wouldn't want to be tent camping. I don't even think that would be possible today. I don't think there's any way to keep a tent up in that kind of wind. You'd have to have a pretty hardcore tent. If you enjoy camping, leave it in the comments below. Let us know if you enjoy RVing also. We do have a video on the Lakewood campground also, and in Huntington Beach State Park as well. So you can check those out on our channel if you're interested. Looking for a place for, like I said, RVing or camping. Oh, they got some pretty Christmas decorations. That is nice. I like that. So here's a couple people hanging in there. I mean, they don't look like they're packing up.
So I guess it's open.
Yeah, so Brian just mentioned he thinks it's probably open in case you couldn't hear him. You know, meaning not closing down today. I didn't see any signs. Usually there's signs if they're closing the campground. They closed them for Ian, which was last year, hurricane, so they do close it sometimes, but it's pretty rare. Found one tent camper, but it looks like they're either sleeping in their car or already took their tent down, because that's just a tent over the picnic table. So we came back down to the beach for one last crazy windy. It's really windy once you get on the beach. It wasn't bad in the campground with the trees, but here it is quite crazy. So you can see we're further down now, and you might be able to barely see the pier down there. And I'll try to turn this way, but that's the way the wind is and rain is coming. We'll look down there, that is Spring-Made Pier in that direction, and you got this super crazy rough surf. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now and click subscribe so you won't miss anything new. Thanks so much for watching. Until our next adventure.